First, let me give you an introduction to who George Lott is before we speak with him. Many are called, few are chosen, says George Lott, a.k.a. GL. The new face and voice of the music industry, bringing fresh, new aspects to the world of Christian music. GL is a 21-year-old singer-songwriter from Plant City, Florida. GL says what's unique about him is that his message and melodies are timeless, yet mainstream and appeals to the youth. GL has opened up for one of the best-selling instrumentalists in Christian music, Ben Tankard, who has been called the Quincy Jones of gospel. GL says he is a tool that God is using to bridge the gap for the younger generation. He says, I never fit in. Therefore, I was made to stand out. So shut out. Hold on. I think we have our guests coming on. And everyone, please give a round of applause for the first time on KEMPIRE Radio, George Lott. George.
Hello there. How are you, Kim?
I am wonderful. How are you? Welcome to KEMPIRE Radio. I'm Star Showcase. You are the first guest. That's crazy.
That's awesome. I'll give you much love from the UK. No, I'm just playing.
Don't flip it on me. I was like, wait, I thought you were from Florida.
Not this way.
What's
I'm sorry?
I said, what's going on?
Oh, man. Life is going on. It's amazing right now for me. Just living life and living my dream right now,
I hear you. And when I got first acquainted with you on Twitter, I had no idea that you were a singer. And then I became a little more acquainted with your YouTube, and then your actual single came out. It's a single, right?
Yeah.
And what is the single called again?
The single is called Rebuild Me. Yes.
And where can people download Rebuild Me?
Rebuild Me is now available free download at reverbnation.com/George Lott. And you can get it, you can listen to it, download it, put it on your iPod, your MP3, or whatever, and just jam with it.
Well, George, I mean, tonight we have two other guys that will be on the show. But for you, you're really different compared to the rest of them because you're doing Christian music. Or is that what exactly do you label George Lott's music?
What do I label my music? I would say I'm gonna get put in a box regardless. I look at myself as an inspirational artist, someone whom you can listen to when you need motivation, when you need an uplift. I would say not all my music will relate to God, but it will definitely have that good feeling message behind it. And I just hope that anybody who hears my music is really touched by it. And I just really want to have that effect on people. When I was smaller, I used to listen to such artists as, Brandy, and I love her to death, by the way. And, she inspired me whenever I hear certain songs of her, I get touched. And I just want to give back, that gift was in me. So, that's what I put myself as, inspirationalist. But, I'm going to get put in the box with Christian and gospel, so there you have it.
So how do you plan? I know you said you know people are going to put you in a box as Christian music, but how do you plan to step out and be different? Because I know gospel music had a resurgence several years ago, and it was really, really popular, especially when Mary, Kirk Franklin and everyone was doing it. And they kind of really put a spin on gospel music and made it different. How do you plan to make gospel music different for now in 2010?
Well, I think my vocabulary, the way that I say certain things, like I use slang words, and it's it's our time, like things that the youth we say now. Like I've never heard the way that I talk or the way that I've heard people talk in gospel music. Like it's always this language people sing in a language where people don't actually speak. And so I think the way that I'm gonna approach is is more down to earth, more slang, and just more familiar with versus this language nobody really speaks of, but they all sing the same language. So I think message-wise, it's just going to be more, I can't think of the word, convenient, not convenient, but more relevant. That's what I'm talking about, relevant. So, yeah.
I mean, in your bio, it says that, your music is really focusing on a message. What sort of artists have influenced you and your message?
Let me see. There's a ton of artists, actually, that I, get positive vibes from and that influence me. But I would say Kirk Franklin. I know that when I was younger, I didn't really have okay, I have to say this before I say that. I'm a PK. I'm a preacher's kid, and so I grew up in church. And so, I got my inspiration in growing up in church and things of that nature. But when Kurt Franklin came out, he was something different than what I've never heard before. And I think that it really opened my ears up to, say, hey, we all don't have to sing and sound alike. This guy has this totally new vibe, and, and everybody, like, to the Christian community, it's like he got stoned when he first came out. They was like, stone him. But now he, blew up and is kind of international now. And so I think that's probably the main person who really gave me this idea that I don't have to be, the cliche artist,
Yeah.
so I can step out. So I think that's kudos to Kurt.
Well, here on KEMPIRE Radio, we like to keep it real, and I always say for singers to be real singers, and if I'm going to invite a singer on my show, he has to sing something a cappella for.
Oh, God.
So sing something a cappella for us.
Okay, I'm going to sing the Jasmine Sullivan song, actually, but I put a little, gospel Christian language twist on it. So here we go.
Go ahead.
Lord, I need you bad as a heartbeat. I need you bad like the air I breathe. Lord, I can't take this pain, 'cause I'm about to go insane. I need you, what I gotta do, I need you, do it all for you. There you go.
Thank you so much, George, for doing that. It sounds wonderful. Can you just remind the audience where they can get more information about you, your song, and also before we play your song, I just want you to kind of introduce it, but definitely tell everyone where they can get it.
Okay. First off, I'm on Twitter, twitter.com/George Lott. You can get exclusive updates from me throughout my day, and all the leakage and everything else from music will be on that page. But if you want to download my debut single, Rebuild Me, go visit ReverbNation.com/George Lott, and you can download it from there. And I guess you're getting ready to premiere the single, Rebuild Me. When I wrote Rebuild Me, it was around the time of the Haiti event. And, when I seen that, the news of Haiti, it kind of reminded me of my life, because sometimes we get shaken up like an earthquake. And, it just really touched me, because, like, people were under buildings and they couldn't move. And so I felt like sometimes we have big problems that we think are big and we can't really move. And so it was more like a cry out, more like a vulnerable, to God, like, hey, rebuild me. I understand that you're breaking me down so I can be rebuilt to be better. So that's the inspiration I got from that song when I wrote it. So.
Wonderful. So just introduce it for the audience. This is the first time premiering here on KEMPIRE Radio. Go right ahead.
Okay, to all the people in the chat room, to all my twitters on Twitter who are tuning in, this is my debut single, Rebuild Me.